Could the new Star Fox and Ocarina of Time remake have been leaked by Nintendo on purpose?
And people are making some, let's say, interesting Tomodachi Life creations.
All this and more on this week's Switch Center.
Welcome to Switch Center, your weekly center for everything Nintendo Switch.
A leaker by the name of Nintendo Prime has stated that all of Nintendo's recently leaked games have been completely fabricated rumors by Nintendo in an effort to expose weak links in their company. Could this be the end of Nate the Hate's track record of correct leaks? So Quinn, I know the last episode that we made, I made a pretty bold statement that all of these games were coming out for Nintendo, and it was gonna happen, and it was basically the Nintendo Direct of the month, all because they were games leaked by a leaker named Nate the Hate.
Mm-hmm.
So now, there's another leaker stating that all of those leaks could be false. I know I just said leaked a bunch of times, but a leaker by the name of Nintendo Prime has stated that he has heard from seven different sources that Nintendo has been purposefully spreading fake rumors to see which of their employees could be trusted, or all of their different sources. You know, because a lot of these leaks come from different news outlets who have ins with employees at Nintendo. And Nintendo, I think they are very upset with all of the leaks that have been happening recently. So evidently, the theory is that they've been spreading all these fake leaks, seeing which ones find ground, and then saying, hey, you're the only team who knew about Luigi's Mansion 4. Surprise, it's not real. Who did you tell about this?
And I'm going to be honest, the first thing that comes to mind is I'm surprised they haven't done this sooner. But it makes sense if they're wanting to make sure that they're being really thorough, that they're doing this. The interesting part is when all the leaks came out, you were saying that other sources, like, I don't remember if it was like stores or other game outlets, were saying, hey, we've heard these same leaks.
Yeah.
And so it makes you wonder, okay, is this actually fake? Is it actually real? Like,
if nothing else, it's adding enough mystery to it to where the Nintendo Direct that's coming this summer will still be interesting.
100%.
Instead of saying, oh, I knew Ocarina of Time remake was going to happen, now it's going to be, oh, wow!
We defied the odds.
Exactly. I will say, I'm still inclined to believe Nate the Hate. Nintendo Prime definitely could be, he definitely probably has heard from all these people that Nintendo's been spreading these rumors, but he's not necessarily as trustworthy as Nate the Hate. Nate the Hate has a impeccable track record. The past 2 years, he's been nothing but correct. So I have no reason not to believe Nate the Hate. However, since the big Nate the Hate leak, there have been other rumors that I've been hearing, ones that I've been considering reporting on the show. Luigi's Mansion 4, Super Metroid Remake. And I thought, oh, these are interesting. My theory is that Nate the Hate leaked their entire lineup, and Nintendo has now been spreading new fake rumors. So I still think the Nate the Hate leak is trustworthy. I would bet money on it. I have no proof, but Nate the Hate hasn't let me down before. I think maybe a lot of the leaks that have come since then could be false.
That's a fair assumption, and I'm going to be honest. I'm on board with it. As long as I still get Switch Sports for the Nintendo Switch 2, I'm good.
Yeah.
Come on, pull through.
That was one of the ones initially from Nate the Hate, so I'd say we can probably see that coming. Unfortunate for friend of the show, Chozo Archives, whose two favorite games are Metroid and Luigi's Mansion.
That is rough.
My guess are the Super Metroid and Luigi's Mansion 4 are just honeypot leaks meant to weed out all the leakers within Nintendo's system. So, good luck to him. One good argument of why Nate the Hate's initial rumor is true is, why would Nintendo take everything that fans have been wanting, a new Star Fox, an Ocarina of Time remake, putting that into the world, just to say, oh, it was actually false.
That's true.
Like, we were kidding, guys. We were just trying to catch any leakers.
But Luigi's Mansion and a new Metroid, they're like, we can lie about that. No one cares.
We just put out Dark Moon and Metroid Prime 4. I honestly think that there might be some credence to that.
Yeah.
But I just think Ocarina of Time,
It's gotta
Star
happen.
Fox with the movie tie-ins, those are just too perfect. I think it would be silly for them to come up with those leaks just to say, gotcha, guys. We were lying. Now we have absolutely nothing for our December lineup. Sorry. But yeah, I guess we'll have to just wait and see. It'll, like I said, make the June Direct a little bit more interesting. All right, that's ended topic 1. Now let's spin the wheel of segments.
Spin it.
This week on Blooper Tank, Splatoon Raiders.
Loops, I'm coming to you with a new proposition. Everyone loved the single-player mode of Splatoon, but now we have it as the whole game. We may have a multiplayer mode in the back, but single-player is what players are here for. So tell me, Bloops, will you be investing?
I will say this is a hard pitch. I'm not a huge fan of Splatoon. I don't have much time in my entrepreneur lifestyle to invest in multiplayer games. I also think the art style's a little weird. However, I am a huge fan of single-player games, and the gameplay you've shown me is quite interesting. I am willing to invest in this idea. One stipulation, it's on Black Friday sale. I'll give it 10 hours. Do we have a deal?
Before you accept that offer, let me extend my invitation. I played Splatoon 1, I played Splatoon 2, but I never played the story modes. I'm willing to invest 15 hours at the full digital retail price, which is now $50 instead of $60. Do we have a deal?
Quinn, I appreciate your insights. I'll be willing to take this deal.
You're making a huge mistake. A huge mistake.
That's perfect. It was quickly obvious that Tomodachi Life's sequel on the Switch and Switch 2 had no censorship in place. Those Miis will seriously say anything. However, there had to be a catch. Nintendo's allowing no censorship, but at the cost of not being able to share your creations online with others. Is this secretly a blessing in disguise? So, Tomodachi Life came out. There's no censorship. I think this is how the game should be made. People are able to just have fun with it and not worry about anything. The one thing I will say is that you can share things, but only with people locally. So if you both have your Switches out, you both have the game, you can share something with them. I think that's because, if you're in person, someone, you're willing to take their little Baja Blast drawing,
Yeah, I think it's enough, levels of responsibility away from Nintendo.
Right.
Where they can justify to parents saying, like, hey, we're not exposing your children to this disgusting online world of nasty
everything.
But, if your little Joey's annoying friend, Franklin, is sending him me's.
Look, you let him meet Franklin. You knew Franklin was going to send him the
You can ground him, tell him not to meet Franklin again. You can imagine what I said there when we bleep it out.
my thoughts here is it does bring it back to the old days of playing the game and how the original Tomodachi Life was. I think there was a little bit of censorship in place there.
Yeah.
The funny thing is they made a statement and said, look, you can't share things online with others, and they ask people to not share gameplay and footage of the game online as Nintendo does, even though you can record the last 30 seconds and take screenshots just like any other game.
They're not idiots. That's just a liability thing. I mean,
seriously.
They're saying you can't use our official systems to post online, but they know that the best marketing possible is, when, like, Shrek starts making out with Hatsune Miku. And, they may not...
They knew.
Want you to see that. They may not officially, their lawyers don't want you to see that, but Nintendo marketers know. Right. That's why people are buying the game.
I do think it was pretty funny the first couple days, and with the demo, people would legit just, like, take pictures with their phone and post it online as if that's gonna, like, help them out. But honestly, I think it feels really fresh to have a game where you can just do whatever.
I mean, there is nothing better than seeing your Mii just buy a box of, like, cigarettes.
Right, and then they don't have to worry about any sponsorship
Yeah.
risks or like working with other
Exactly.
companies. Like,
It's just all of the liabilities away, and there's already websites where you can exactly copy templates people have made online.
and it's
they're-
difficult. I'll
yeah.
say I've tried, but it is awesome that it brings people together
It
more than
does.
pulls them apart.
Creates a community.
And-
It's honestly, I feel like levels of creativity, like people are more creativity when there's restraints in
Yep.
place.
And to an extent, you're always going to see someone creating this beautiful masterpiece
Yeah.
online. Like I saw people creating, what was it? I'll put it on the screen, Pym in his little rotting form.
When
And
he's
I was
all,
like,
like, dehydrated.
Exactly. I was like, how did someone make this? It makes me a little sad. I'm like, I tried to do some drawings on my island, and I was like, I can't do that. But I can make this funny little Baja Blast. I
Yeah.
can make this goofy looking cake with Hatsune Miku's face on it. Like that, I think that brings in the creativity, and it harkens back to an older day
It
where
does.
the internet wasn't just this pervasive source where people were genuinely making their own things for fun, for themselves, less of a competition. Like, it sounds cheesy to say, but that's how I feel playing the game so far, and it's been very fun.
That's
So,
awesome.
I'm glad you can still share things with other people because
Yeah.
you are more artistically talented than me. So I'm excited to see what you make. I would love for you to send me
Exactly.
your little red cigarettes to my little town so that they can
Yep.
feast.
I feast on
Because they just eat it, they
500
just
cigarettes.
home. Yes, exactly. Like, we can make 500 cigarettes.
That's so fun. And honestly, you're more attached to those cigarettes when you have to draw them yourself.
No,
If you're ju-
100%.
If you're just downloading like 50 billion, like, okay, I'm going to download,
It's like putting a bunch of
Obama
mods.
and all these people and just putting them on my island. It's like you don't care about them individually as much as when you have to follow a template, put their eyes in the exact right space, draw their bangs.
And even if you're not following a template, I was really tired, and so my wife and I were playing the game, and I just kind
Mm-hmm.
of fell asleep on the couch. And I wake up 2 hours later, and she has created all of the members of K-pop Demon Hunters in all of their glory. And she did a
Herself?
pretty great
Wow.
job. Yes, from scratch.
Very
She
nice.
just had a picture of him next to her, and
Yeah.
she was having a great time. I was like, this is so fun. And
that's
like, we
the
could
type
have
of
put them
game
on
it
the
is.
island. It would have been fun, but to make them
Yeah.
and be able to go in and edit and kind of change things, and this is our little island. It's very fun.
Yeah. That's so
It's
awesome.
goofy.
So, through restraints breeds creativity. I think, it's technically a downside, but I know
this game, it's
IGN.
fun.
IGN doctored a few points on their review because
Oh,
they
really?
couldn't do online sharing. But I honestly, it doesn't
There's merit to
doesn't
it.
hurt it doesn't hurt my feelings. You
I
know?
think, yeah, maybe it doesn't earn any extra points for me
Yeah.
because of it, but I do think that the unintended consequence or intended consequence is pretty fun.
Yep.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for
Hopefully this was
watching.
fun. He had 500 Tomodachi Life cigarettes.
Smoking on
He'll
them
never be the
reds.
same. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this. We're really getting into the rhythm of this.
Yeah.
So
I
enjoy.
hope you like this in person a little bit more than online
fun.
last week. If you liked online more, say use your webcam, idiot. and
And we'll read
hit
it.
that bell. Hit
We'll
that
like your
bell.
comment and we'll reply.
Bye bye.
Bye.